leaders are giving their update on what's being done to deal with the coronavirus. Let's listen in.
And local law enforcement efforts here in Orange County. We begin our press conference with comments from our mayor, Jerry Demings. Mayor.
Thank you, Dr. Williamson. Thank you to all of you for being here as we give you an update about just where we are in our community. We've been very active today. I had the opportunity to go out to one of our testing sites there in the 32822 zip code, and I had the opportunity to witness one of your colleagues in the media being tested today, and she went through it with no problems, and so she stood as, I think, a shining example of being willing to take the test, and that's what we're encouraging people to do in our community, to go if you haven't been tested and you desire to do so, to do that, because that's part of the focus this week, is to increase the total number of tests. This afternoon, we're going to try to get through this press conference fairly quickly, because I know that Governor DeSantis will announce his recommendations at 5 p.m. today, and all of you want to be part of that. The most frequent question that I have been asked in the recent past is, when will Orange County reopen? And in answering that question, we will take recommendations from the governor on the advisement, and we will have more to say about that tomorrow. Members of the Orange County Economic Recovery Task Force have been working really furiously to come up with guidelines for our community by the end of the week. 4 working groups from the task force met today, and they are scheduled to meet each day this week. I had the privilege to participate in several of the meetings today and yesterday, and I look forward to continuing that. 4 working groups from the task force met. One was the Reopening Business Working Group task force or subcommittee, which had experts from Advent Health and Orlando Health included in the discussion. The group is working to come up with guidelines for businesses to follow when they reopen. The Business Readiness Working Group is creating a business checklist and how businesses can obtain personal protective equipment. Others who met today were the Bringing Back Tourism and Business Compliance and Consumer Confidence working groups. Members of these subcommittees are meeting in the next several days to have final recommendations by the end of the week. The entire Economic Recovery Task Force will meet at 2 p.m. on Friday. How we reopen Orange County must be done with extreme care. The issue with this disease is the explosive way in which it spreads. We do not want to open too quickly without a solid plan in place with countermeasures to keep employees and our residents safe. We want to make sure our residents and all of the people who work at our businesses feel comfortable when they go out in the public and to their jobs. We want the approach to be measured and sensible. We know from our infectious disease experts that a second round of the coronavirus is likely to occur. It has been 5 weeks since Orange County residents have been under the stay-at-home order, and I would dare say that it has worked. New cases continue to grow, however, but we are not finding the number of cases that we were looking at just 3 weeks ago. We're not seeing the type and numbers that many of the predictive models said we would realize at this point. We're in much better shape than that, and we want to continue to be in better shape than what the models predict. In early April, we were doubling the number of COVID cases every 72 hours. Obviously, that has slowed considerably at this point. In fact, on April 26, no one was reported hospitalized for the coronavirus in this community. Looking across the hospital systems here within this community. Dr. Pino will share more, like he normally does with you, about the specifics and the data. Orange County now has 1,371 confirmed cases of the coronavirus, which is an increase of 8 cases from yesterday. 8 individuals with all of the additional testing, only 8 tested positive yesterday. There are 33 deaths. Orange County now has tested over 33,000 individuals. 2 new test sites opened today for Orange County residents by the Orange County Health Services. That consisted of staff from our medical clinics here within Orange County, as well as firefighter paramedics who were out assisting in taking tests from the various people. In response to the coronavirus cases found in the 32822 and 32824 zip codes, we do have 2 of our county commissioners here with us today, Commissioner Maribel Gomez Cordero, as well as Commissioner Uribe, and they were both champions of getting additional testing in those zip codes. So good job there. And hopefully you've been tested as well. If not, maybe you will be, right? 1 testing site was at the South Orange Sports Complex, the other at the Ventura Elementary School, where I had the pleasure again of going out and watching our healthcare professionals in action. Those are certainly the heroes of fighting this pandemic on the front line. At this time, I'm going to ask Dr. Yolanda Martinez to talk about the sites and how residents can get appointments. So, Dr. Martinez.
Good afternoon.
You'll do Mayor Dyer.
Introduce Mayor Dyer. Good afternoon to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. As Mayor Demings mentioned, Orange County Health Services, in cooperation with Fire Rescue, Orange County Fire Rescue, as well as Orange County Sheriff's Office, thank you very much, Sheriff Mina, and the Orlando Police Department, opened 2 sites, one in Ventura Elementary School in the 32822 zip code, and we had the appointments completely filled. Actually, it went a little bit over. We were able to meet all of our appointments. Approximately 68% of the people that registered or made appointments for that site live in 32822. For 32824, we opened, as the mayor mentioned, at the South Orange Youth Sports Complex. There we had 156 appointments for that location. Of that, 58% were people that live in the 32824 zip code, and the other 18% 32837, which is the adjacent zip code, if you're all familiar with the map, and that also shows a heat zone in that location. So we had a very good day today. It went very smoothly. We even took some people that did not have appointments that did show up. We're stressing the appointments because it helps us with the process, and it helps those individuals that want to be tested to know that if you made an appointment at 2 o'clock, you're going to be seen around the 2 o'clock area or so, not necessarily have to wait out there in your car in the heat. So our plan is to continue the testing through Friday. We have all the appointment slots complete through now, but we're working on expanding, if possible, on Friday, being able to add more appointments. And if that happens, we'll make sure to have our Orange County communications team get that information out to the community so that they can go ahead and register. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Buddy Dyer.
Thank you and good afternoon. I wanted to start today by thanking our many local not-for-profit groups in our community who continue to serve our residents in this very difficult time, including the Victim Service Center of Central Florida. And today I'm supporting their efforts to help victims of sexual assault by participating in Denim Day, which is a worldwide day that supports survivors and raises awareness about the role we can all play to stop sexual violence, and always look for an opportunity to wear jeans as well. I want to thank Mayor Demings for his continued partnership as we continue to fight the spread of COVID-19 and as we work to create a thoughtful, methodical plan to phase our community's economy into recovery. I want to thank the members of the Economic Recovery Task Force for the critical role that they are playing. And I'm pleased to see, Mayor Demings, that they are putting the safety of our citizens first. As we all know, we can't have economic health without public health. And while we don't yet have a vaccine or a treatment for the virus, we do have data and we do have science to base our decisions off of. And I can't say enough how proud I am that together we've been able to control the spread of this virus and get to this point where we can reimagine our new normal and plan for it today. But our work isn't over, and while these plans will provide a path to gradually and safely restart our economy, it must not lure us into thinking that we're going to go back to business as normal, because the virus is still going to be here and life is not normal. The hard truth is that we are building a new normal, and it will be a different way of life for everyone and a different way of doing things to keep us all safe. Together with many businesses across our city, we've been making preparations and decisions on how the city will operate as we start on this new path to the new normal. And over the last month, the City of Orlando has continued to provide critical services to our residents and businesses, with more than 300 of our services online. And while many of our employees have been working remotely from home and most of our facilities remain closed, because we've been able to continue to serve our residents and businesses remotely and to further ensure the safety of our employees and the public, we will continue to maintain our current remote working status through the end of the month of May. Additionally, City Hall and most of our city facilities will remain closed to the public also through the end of May. During this time over the next month, we'll further evaluate our operations and every service that we provide, department by department, to determine what services we may need to bring back and have employees on site to deliver, while also developing new processes and policies. And I'll give you an example. Understanding that our students are not going to be in school, one service that we're evaluating, and probably the most important at this point, is our summer youth programs and how we can get that operational again. Some of the safety measures we're exploring implementing include temperature checks upon entering our facilities, both for our employees and our visitors, adapting workspaces to ensure 6 feet of physical distance, adding even more hand sanitizer stations and hygiene signage. We're also exploring mandating face coverings when in our facilities, both for employees and the public. We're looking at limiting the number of employees occupying a space or a meeting room at any one time. We're exploring alternative work schedules and some longer-term remote working scenarios. In our new normal, as we all work together to bring our economy back, we must all continue to simultaneously and relentlessly continue to fight and reduce the spread of the virus. Testing must continue and remains critical to moving our recovery forward responsibly. I'm proud today that we partnered again with the Department of Health at Camping World Stadium. I'm told that we tested over 400 people today, showing that that is a location that needs the testing. The testing site at Ventura Elementary School has already been mentioned, but I'll re-mention that it is free and it's open from 9 to 4. As we begin to prepare to move into a new phase in recovering economically while we fight this virus, it's important for all of us to understand that our critical actions will still be needed on an individual level, a business level, and a community level. Together, our entire community has made great strides in keeping the spread low, and I know that we can continue to keep it up. Thank you. Dr. Pino.
Good afternoon. As the mayor informed, we have 1,371 cases and a positivity rate percentage of 5.6, which is 1.1 lower than before. Monday we have 5.7, so continues to go down even when we continue to increase our testing. About 25,000 people have been tested in the county, for close to 2% of our population. And also, as you realize, we have new fatality added to our list, and our condolences with their families. A 70-year-old female, white, non-Hispanic. We don't know the exposure, and there were some pre-existing conditions. The day of death was on the 26th. A 60-year-old female, black, non-Hispanic. The exposure is unknown, and there were some health issues as well. And a 65-year-old male Hispanic. The exposure is unknown, and we don't know of any pre-existing conditions. This week, we have conducted our second week of testing, mobile testing, that we have continued to do. Initially, we were designed to do it for a week. We got enough supply, we did another week. Next week, we are planning to hit a pause in our mobile testing, as we need to restock in some of our supplies. Also, we want to disinfect our equipment and our mobile units. as well as a little bit of regrouping and maybe rethinking our strategy as we move into a new phase. And I can give you some ideas of what it's looking like. Next week, by Wednesday, we probably will announce a schedule for the following week. So the week after next, we will take our mobile testing. And it continues to be very successful. We are hitting close to 500 people a day. Today, we did 494 at Camping World. But the results continue to be on the lower end. Just to give you an idea, on Monday, well, we reported Monday, but Wednesday, we tested 365 individuals. 10 of those were positive. One was previously known, so we have 9 new cases on Thursday out of 365. On Thursday, the 23rd, we tested 400 individuals. 4 positive, 2 were new, 2 were previously known for us. That's about 1% rate. Since we start doing the mobile testing, up to today, including today's number, we have tested 2,258 individuals in the mobile units in 2 weeks. And we also so far have tested, in addition to that, 771 individuals on our East Side clinic, which is a smaller operation. Since we started our mobile testing, we have detected 21 positive cases and 13 of those new cases. For tomorrow, Thursday, April 31st, we have postponed the testing at Barnett Park due to expected poor weather conditions, and our tents will not take the wind. All those appointments will be honored on Saturday. So we are moving our operations from tomorrow to Saturday, and the calling center, which I'm happy to announce, is fully running without issues. The calling center is calling the individuals back home to let them know that the appointment will be honored on Saturday. Our new initiative may include, we are going to develop rather quick a mobile unit, very small, which the capacity of doing about 50 tests at any time. The idea is that we will have the ability to move into outbreaks in smaller areas without having to tailgating everything that we have in place to be able to do mobile testing. So this week we also will prepare to develop that strategy where we can go to census block areas or businesses and do and test and contain future outbreaks that we are going to have. With that, I would like also to inform that for Barnett Park, for tomorrow's appointment that has been transferred to Saturday, we have 420 appointments already. And from Blanchard Park on Friday, we have 465 appointments. Another strategy that we are going to take on is now as kids are at home and some parents are at home, we are going to try to open 2 immunization clinics in 2 different sites of the town so that kids can start getting immunized for the school year. So as we want to make it as smooth as possible for families to go back to school, for kids to go back to school, why we are going to concentrate in this first phase on 7th graders. So moms, dad, grandparents, uncle, custodians and guardians, any child who is going into 7th grade in our county is going to have their immunizations updated. And we will open 2 clinics in the county, probably in 2 weeks, to engage in an effort to clear all the 7th graders before the summer so that we can concentrate our back to school event in kids that are starting school for the first time. With that, I will introduce Sheriff Mina and will answer any questions of you when you have those.
Thank you, Dr. Pino. And before I get started, I just wanted to express on behalf of all the law enforcement leaders in Central Florida and Orange County, express our condolences to the Claremont Police Department who lost an officer to COVID-19. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Claremont Police Department and the friends and family of that officer. So as we continue to face the challenges of COVID-19, I want to assure you that the men and women in Orange County Sheriff's Office, as well as all the other municipalities in Orange County, are committed to keeping all of you safe. And although there have been many small victories that we can celebrate, and we are looking forward to restarting this economy and the businesses. I want to remind everyone that now is not the time to be complacent. We still must remain vigilant. Our deputies will continue to enforce curfews and stay-at-home orders. And the reason I bring that back up again is because you could see headlines from across the country of sheriffs and chiefs refusing to enforce different stay-at-home orders, either from local government or the state government. I want that we stand as one here with not only the local government, but also our state government, and will enforce any of the stay-at-home orders that are in place. Members of the Orange County Sheriff's Office are part of the Business Compliance Working Group for the Mayor's Economic Recovery Task Force to help ensure a measured approach to easing restrictions. And as some businesses and public spaces begin to open with various limitations, we are still urging people, for their own safety, for the safety of those around them, to limit their movement and continue to limit their possible exposure to the virus. And please remember that we're still seeing hundreds of cases statewide. So it's still important, especially for our most vulnerable populations, to be protected. So right now, the nightly curfew is still in place from 11 p.m. To 5 a.m. We have, at this point, at least the Orange County Sheriff's Office, made 6 curfew violation notice to appear. We have issued notice to appears in 6 cases and actually made a physical arrest in 1 case. So we're still enforcing that. So again, we do not want to arrest people for violating these orders, but we will continue to do that to keep our community safe. And I think we've done such a great job in this community. You could see the results of what we've been doing is actually working and saving lives in this community. Once again, I want to mention speeding on our roadways, as there is less traffic on our roadways. However, we are enforcing those roadways because of numerous complaints about speeding. So this past week, our traffic section was out and made 200 traffic stops in various locations, 528 and 408, and issued 175 citations for speeding. And nearly 100 of those people were traveling more than 25 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. And just yesterday, a driver was stopped on the 528 for going 125 miles an hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. The driver was issued a criminal citation, and moments later, that same person was stopped by a different deputy on the 408 going 92 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. So it's unacceptable, and we're actually going to continue that enforcement and provide more traffic enforcement out there, because that is going to involve a traffic crash if this continues to happen. So we appreciate everything our residents are doing to protect themselves from COVID-19. And
he has another minute, so if there are any questions there, now would be the time to ask them. Mayor Dyer, okay, we'll open up questions, and then we'll very quickly go into, okay, Mayor Dyer, you're off the hook. Okay, we'll open it up to questions, and then we'll very quickly go into presenting in Spanish here in just a few moments. Okay, questions?
Here's for you, Mayor Brian West, thank you, Orlando Sentinel. Do you have any information or any kind of expectation of what the governor is going to be presenting here in the next, I guess, 45 minutes or so, or any idea what you'd like to present?
I have no idea.
Okay. And your task force, there's been some talk of the drafted guidelines that are out there. And from some businesses who are concerned about their ability to get the needed PPE that the guidelines will likely require of them or ask of them. Do you have confidence that there's enough PPE out there for businesses in this community to be able to safely operate?
One of our emergency support functions internal to the state of emergency that we are within Orange County is working really behind the scenes to access supply chain, to be able to get the PPE equipment and supplies. We remain optimistic. I will say that many more supplies are coming into the state at this point, and then they are being redistributed throughout the state. We have a number of requests in, so hopefully we'll get additional supplies. I will say one of the reasons why we're able to increase sites this week in Orange County is because we did receive a shipment of additional test collection kits over the weekend, and we received another shipment today. So if that's an indication about the future, we realize that in order for businesses to breathe and have appropriate supplies, we want to be able to assist them to the extent that we can. So we're very sensitive to that.
Orange County officials there with their briefing for coronavirus. Mayor Demings addressing one big question everyone is asking, which is when Orange County will reopen. But he says they're going to take recommendations from the governor under advisement. As we told you earlier in the newscast, we will hear from the governor in just about 30 minutes. He's expected to address us at 5 o'clock to talk about the state reopening its economy. We will have that for you live right here on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. But Mayor Demings also saying three things. They don't want to open too quickly. They want to keep people safe and also want to prevent another outbreak from happening. And you also heard Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer talking about city offices, buildings closed through at least the end of May. Again, waiting on the governor's announcement, and we will have it live for you right here on Eyewitness News.